Hey guys! Ngayon, magre-react naman tayo sa video kung saan isang nakakatakot na lugar sa Florida, USA. Tara, samahan niyo akong panoorin natin ito. Let's go!
Today my family and I are visiting one of the most haunted places here in Florida. Its history dates back to the 1800s when Civil War and slavery were taking place. This cemetery is also known as Black Cemetery and rumored to be the site of tree hangings and KKK brutality. There have been multiple reports of encounters with the paranormal, from visual to physical. If there's something here, we're about to find out.
Now there's been a great deal of disrespect when it comes to
matagal
this grave site too.
Matagal na pala itong
There was some
cemetery.
people that came in and they actually broke into the crypts and took a
Parang
couple of the
pabayaan na
people's
siya.
heads. Yeah. I don't know, this place has definitely been disrespected. We did see another car going here just a minute ago.
Oh, here we have a headstone that doesn't have any writing or anything on it. I'm not sure how old it is. Yeah, there's nothing on it. It's hard to make out what this says, but whoever it was born in 1817 and died in 1880.
1817.
What exactly is a K2
paranormal research?
Picks up the presence of a spirit, and when there's a spirit present, it will go all the way, it'll start jumping up and it'll spike up to red if this presence is strong. Like over here on this little girl's grave, we've got it to spike up to red many times.
So parang maghahanap sila ng
Before you guys walk that.
This is kind of
Spirit.
creepy. I mean,
It is. Look at the doll.
Yeah.
It's really creepy.
The first night we came up here, the side of the head wasn't broke. The next night we came up here, it was cracked.
Yeah. We got pictures. It looks like in one of the images of someone hanging from a tree.
I've heard of that. I've seen that online. Yeah.
Okay, it was right over there. Yeah, it's creepy. We were told on my EVP, we were told to leave, to get the F out of here.
Yep.
You actually heard it?
Yes, we did on our EVP recorder.
When was that?
About 2 weeks ago.
About 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yep, because he asked the question. He said, "Do you want us to leave or do you want us to stay?" And it said leave. And then a few minutes later, it said, "Get out of here."
Whoa.
We're like, okay, we're out of here.
Time to pack up and go.
Well, you know what? I don't feel like peace here. I don't know. It's real weird. And I'm not really that type of like spiritual type person. I mean, I have a relationship with God. That's about it. But I feel real like uneasy right now. Yeah.
Like
It's very strange.
Watching you?
Yeah, something like that. Just uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable feeling.
Pulled in. I thought I heard a man's voice at the entrance. That's why I stopped and I just turned around and looked and like, okay, well, just keep going.
Is there more action here like at nighttime?
It seems to be at night.
Yeah.
This is our first time here during the day, so we haven't really got a whole lot, but at night we do.
That's the tree I saw
That's,
somebody hanging.
yeah, that's...
Is it?
Yeah.
You actually seen somebody hanging from that tree?
Yes, we did.
Oh, you seen somebody hanging?
Somebody hanging.
Oh wow.
So may nakikita talaga silang nakabita.
All right, this flower just a few minutes ago was standing straight up, and none of us stepped on it. And it's laying down, and there's no marks of being stepped on. I don't know. I don't even know if I should touch it. It's just I find that really odd. And that's right underneath our tree.
Oh, look at it.
So yung dalawang researcher na to, may nakikita silang
Oh wow.
yung nagpakamatay din sa may puno.
Oh wow.
Look at that.
I knew there was something here.
Yes, there's definitely something here.
Guy's freaked out.
don't know. I don't know anything about those meters, but it was really strange that it was going off right when I felt some weird vibes on this flower that none of us stepped on. And you can see like a few feet away that there's another flower that looks just like it that's standing upright perfectly. I just thought that was really strange. There's a shed or a slaughterhouse here that was owned by the Ku Klux Klan, and they used to torture some of the African American slaves there, and some of them that are laid to rest here. Not sure the accuracy on that story, but this is what I dug up online. I feel really strange here. I mean, as soon as I arrived here, I felt this like dizziness, almost like a dizzy spell. Now I do get a little dizzy sometimes. I haven't felt like this honestly in a few years, which is quite strange and ironic that when I come here, I'm feeling weird like that. Oh, that's just me personally. It might just be a coincidence. There goes that flower, and you could see the other one that's right over there. Get closer to it so you can see it. There it is.
So hindi na imposible na may magparamdam o magpakita sa lugar na yan.
This doll is
Kasi nga,
extremely
matagal na
creepy.
lumibando na.
It has, I don't know, it looks like a plug, some kind of light. I'm not sure if I would touch
I
it.
don't want to like move it, but I just want to touch it.
Did that break?
It was laying over here.
Oh, weird.
They were recording on their EVP, and they heard a
That said
little girl say
elephant.
Elephant, and
Yep.
there's an elephant right here.
Yep, they actually heard, before they even seen the elephant, they heard elephant. I've never seen a bug like that in Florida. Oh my gosh. Some of the African American families that own this particular gravesite, you can see here, have been laying down their relatives. And wow, this girl, actually, she really wasn't a whole lot older than I am. 1977, and I was born in 82. There's a picture of Tarasha. I hate seeing
Mahalaga mo
gravesites of
talaga
people
na
that are
ano,
young,
na
sometimes even younger than me,
pinabayaan
kind
na
of break
talaga
my heart.
yung
Around
libingan.
dusk, I've heard that there's been some baby crying. Not sure, I've never been here around that time, but I'm wondering if it has anything to do with these babies. I don't know if this was twins, but I doubt that someone would put two tombstones for the same baby. What does this one say? Clara Smith. Is there a date on there somewhere? 1927.
Really?
Well, that's when this was made.
It says CLARASMI.
Boy. We can't see anything. Definitely old. People that have served in our military. You can sort of tell this is kind of like a family-owned type cemetery because there's people still being buried here. The most recent burial plot I've seen is maybe like just a year or two ago. Now, funny story. Just a few minutes ago, I was doing some aerial shots right now of the cemetery and trying to find if I could see that abandoned shed that I've seen online. Well, not that I've seen it, I've heard about it online, where they would torture some of the African slaves. I'm trying to find it. But as I'm flying my drone here in this area right here, and mind you, I have my drone, I mean, I could fly my drone in 30-mile-per-hour winds. There's not really a ton of wind, especially underneath the trees. As I'm flying my drone in through here, there was something trying to pull it down. And I didn't think there was anything here, but when I landed my drone, this is where I was trying to go down, I seen this, I think it has a story to it. Not sure what. And there's no names or nothing. I mean, other than those few things, I haven't been spooked to the point where I feel like unwelcomed here. I have felt like a bit of sadness, you know, especially seeing that young girl's grave and seeing some of the old grave sites, wondering if maybe they were African slaves that were hung in the 1800s. You know, that kind of saddens me. You know, those are human lives, people like you and I that lived a pretty rough life. Just hope that they're resting and they're in a good place right now. Definitely a lot of bugs out here. If you're gonna come out to the Spring Hill Cemetery, make sure you bring bug spray, because even with the bug spray that I put on, I'm still getting kind of tortured by some bugs here and there. Okay, this is definitely another headstone. I'm not sure if there's any writing on it. Kind of, not sure. Maybe this was knocked over. Okay, I found a really fresh burial, and it looks like they just recently dug that. I wonder if it was a baby or a young kid that passed away. I mean, being a
So
2004
yun, may nakita pa sila.
headstone, I mean, that looks like, I mean, doesn't that look
Bata.
way older than 2004? I mean, maybe someone
Oh, so
did damage to it. I just don't see
60?
why a burial plot would be vandalized or have that much damage within, you know, I don't know, 12 years. Should still be pretty fresh. Something made out of concrete. Trying to leave me. I want to get out of here. I think they're kind of spooked out.
My personal experience at the Spring Hill Cemetery wasn't much of a scary one. I felt quite a bit of sorrow and suffering from those who were buried here during a dark time in our American history. You could almost immediately feel a heavy feeling of stress upon entering the cemetery that's hard to ignore. Many people have their own stories of this place. If you plan to visit, my advice to you is to come and be respectful of the dead.
So, yun lang. Maraming salamat. Subscribe and hit the notification bell. Salamat.